In this podcast, I'm going to show you how to create tables in HTML. And here's the basic HTML template. And we're going to enter the name of the tab, tables, or maybe even better, learning tables. Okay, and then in the body is again indented because this is within the body of the HTML file. So we've got table, and every time you open, you close the tag as well. And within that, we would have, the first thing we need to have is a row. We enter tables in HTML row by row. And when we say tr open table row, close table row, nothing is still happening until we put a data or a heading into it. So since this is the first row, we might call it th to have a heading. Let's enter student names and marks. So this will be name and th. Table headings is just slightly different because it comes in bold and also centered. Okay, so table heading, next heading would be the marks they received for their HTML test. Two columns, still one row we have done. Okay, so we enter row by row. If you remember row by row, you won't go wrong. And then we enter the data. Now the next one is tr, next row now, tr. But in this row, we don't want headings, we want data. So we are going to say td, the name might be Naomi, and td, what's the marks Naomi got? Probably 85. td, and then what if there's another student? We just copy and paste this and just edit the content of the table. So we have Naomi 85, we have Peter 88. Okay, so we save this and we run it. What does it look like? Now notice, before I run this, I want to show you, table by default does not have borders. So when we run this, we got no borders. Okay, if we want borders, we have to specify border equals 1 and save and refresh. Here's the table with borders. Okay, so that's basic table. What if we want to put an image inside? Okay, we might have, after Naomi, we might have another, what you call a column, and have the picture of Naomi and Peter. Okay, so where do we insert a new column? Inside each row we have to do this. So in here it's again table heading. This might be a photo. Okay, that's the heading. And in this case, table data has to be an image. So I'm not going to fill this in yet because I want you to understand what's happening. Table data, and also a picture for Peter. Okay, we are leaving that empty for now. Let's see what happens to this table. Oops, I forgot where I put it. Okay, let's put it at the end. That's alright. If I wanted it in the middle, I would have put it between name and mark, but that's okay. We've got the photo at the end. Now, it's currently empty, of course. Notice how there is a cell and left empty as such. But if we completely left one of these, right, I'm just going to cut these out and save it and see what it looks like. Notice that if we don't have anything, it's not going to be an error. It just leaves it without a single cell there. It just looks a bit worse than if we just had an empty cell. That's actually showing we haven't forgotten, we just haven't entered the image yet. We haven't got the image yet. Now, anything inside anything, like last time we've done list inside list, so we're going to do something inside something. You can have list inside here, you can have an image inside here, you can have a link inside here, anything inside anything. So how do we do a photo inside here? Okay, here is where my tables file is, tables HTML file. and I've got a folder called images, and inside images I've got pictures of Naomi and Peter. And notice if I want to right click on it, or I can just take the mouse over, it's a JPEG file, and both of them are JPEG files. Okay, so I know where it is. It's not in the same folder as the table, so I have to enter the folder name where the image is found. Okay, first of all, how do we go about writing this? What's the tag for image? So notice in this case it's a long, I'm just going to create an extra space. Instead of having it in the same row to confuse, I have it in different rows now. Okay, so inside here, indented, because it's inside that TD, is image, img, src is the source. Where is it found? It's in the images folder, / the name of the file is, check the name again, if in doubt right click and go to rename and copy the name literally, in case, so that you won't make a mistake in the spelling, because if you make a mistake in the spelling it will not work. Naomi.jpg. Okay, now it'll bring the default size, but we will make it actually a specific size that we would like. So we're going to put width is equal to 150, the width is 100, or let's do 80, and then height is equal to 150. Okay, so notice this mostly commonly forgotten item is the /. Okay, before that, if you click on the image tag, there is no ending tag. Every one of these tags show the ending tag. There are some single tags like image tag. We have to put the / at the end. It's really strange. Yes, it's at the end to show that the image tag is finished, completed. Okay, so oops, looks like there might be an error here. Let me see. src. Okay, we'll see whether it works. If not, we know there's an error. Okay, there's the picture. Now that does not look good, so we'll have to make a little bit wider than that. Okay, so maybe 110. Okay, there she is.